Ak, Crimea, and Otto are in different teams. Why are they in an alliance? Well, Ak, Kiyunlu,
It's actually in the same
Ottomans,
team.
and Crimea are all in the same team.
There's
Kara Kiyunlu.
Yes, know your sheep.
Yeah. Know your sheep indeed. We've got the
Yes.
Baba Black Sheep over with D-Note in Kara Kiyunlu, and the Rise of the White Sheep is Alexivan over in Ak Kiyunlu.
Yes.
And yes, these are the Team Time,
Yes.
with Uzbeks making an early gain because he wants that gold on Bashkrid. I mean, who would do such a thing, going for the gold province? And I think he's developed it already.
I know one that loves gold province. That's Gnivom. You'll always see them at 20 plus production.
Now, Gnevom, we're sad to say, has actually left Paradox, so he's not part of the multiplayer anymore. Truly a great loss there. If you're in a team, you can't ally other players and other teams. The alliance button is disabled. He's just elaborating on that one.
Yes, the group was working overtime on this.
Oh, yes. He posted up his experience with
Another
it.
big battle between Crimea.
Yeah.
It looks like
What's
they're winning
going
this
on?
one.
Alright, but they
bring
brought
Hassan.
Hassan here.
Oh. What? There you go.
Scent packing. There we go. As long as you've got Hassan there, it's a different story.
Yes,
but what a big war for them to have to deal with early on. This really hampers that early opportunity where everything is so important. But I can't believe the Mamluks aren't jumping on Karaman. I mean, all the land down here, who's really going to stop them? But they've decided that it's better to take Dongola.
Dongola. I don't know.
Well, I mean, this is Karsten. He's a very
Passive.
seasoned player.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. Passive.
You don't want
And
to
out
make
to prove
enemies
who
early
is the
on.
biggest Dutchman at EU4.
They might have some deal about borders that you don't want to break just because your enemy is in a bad situation, right?
I want
When
to break.
do
I
you
want to
want to
break the
break them?
enemy.
As a seasoned
I
player.
want to break them.
Okay. Now the fun thing is, like when there are wars, we'll usually see them in sets of 3 here. So, for example, we know that Team Turk is all at war here, and what do we have here? Maldives. What is going on down here with Team something Triumvirate? Okay, they're going to war with Mawar with a claim on. What does this province produce? Just remind me.
I think it's gold.
Yeah, I think you'll find it's very golden.
It's gold.
Yeah, 4 gold, that's worthy of their time. There we go, Mawar is going to be sent packing. Mawar's already gotten Tech 4 because they have a brutally good ruler. But Bahmanis also have pretty
Tech
damn...
5.
Yeah.
Tech 5. Oh.
Wow.
Probably had that as a focus.
Yeah. Who-
Good start.
Why don't we check that? Oh man. Now I'm not saying I was asked for advice, but if I was, this is the advice I would have given.
Yeah.
Did anyone come to you going, Starnan, in all your ultimate wisdom, how do I win? I mean, was this your advice?
No, that was not my advice. I'm
No.
not sure what's happening, but it looks good.
You would have changed that for Punjab.
I would have changed that.
You love those ideas though.
Well, it's Delhi done a little swapperoonie.
So Delhi did an interesting power play where they released and played as Punjab and fought themselves.
But does this
It's a
mean
bit
that
schizophrenic,
yeah.
isn't it? Where you're going to...
Does this mean if Delhi dies that he is not allowed to play until Delhi is resurrected? Or
Delhi
he
is
playing-
no longer his nation. He is
Okay.
now Punjab.
Okay.
So if Punjab gets eliminated, then
By
Henrik
Delhi.
is out until Punjab is back on the map.
Well,
this
now
question,
he's out because of the internet. Right?
yeah, this question came up because Rasids can form Yemen.
Yemen. Yeah.
So what happens if Yemen gets annexed? What if Rasids come back on the map? I said they're no longer Rasids. If you abandon that nation, then I don't care if they come back on the map. Yemen would have to come back. So just that was a good question to be asked though, because
I wonder
we
if
like to
we're
know
going to
the
see one member of Team Johan reappear as Smolensk.
well, I mean, they do have some pretty beefy cannon ideas, but Odiev is already expanding in this direction. It'd be pretty beastly trio if we do end up with Prussians, Smolensk, and Russians themselves. But I think Russia... It's been a long time since I've formed Russia, but don't they need Smolensk?
Well, you can check.
Yeah,
Isn't
we
it
can
that you can have
indeed.
one of two on that one?
There is some multi-choice going on there. So, oh, well, that didn't take very long.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's Ryazan or Smolensk.
Yeah.
That's
they
practically
took-
cheating.
Yeah, they took Ryazan nice and early.
Dumbing down the game. I can't believe you done
Yeah, I know.
that. Oh, look, the Team Timmy's at war with someone.
Team Timmy, what are you up to? Well, they're at war with rebels, that much is true, but they're just taking out Mushaka Shirvan and Ardabil. So he wants to be the one to tie his horses to Kata's
and
fence.
Dino probably wants Shira now. As we talked, there is not hostile core creation cost anymore.
Quite possibly. It's also a center of... No, it's an estuary for Persia. So I also wonder how the trade is going to be managed, because now a team, they don't have to worry about individually getting tons of scores, so they can work out for what's the best for ducats and share it out. Persia node is really good, but if they put a lot of work into Aleppo, Team Turk could drink it out.
I wonder if they are asking for advice from Fido, who is playing Venice.
Yeah, I mean,
would Fido want to do that, considering that all trade leads to Venice? He's more starving himself.
yeah, he's probably going to want to get on that trade over here. Can't see any of his ships, though. Yeah, I wonder what he's up to. Okay, I think they're bouncing around here. There we go. So the Ottomans have managed to pull it back. They've restored their borders. Probably sitting on wars. Oh well, no, not going to get war score if there's revolts happening here.
Yeah, but they managed to get out of one war anyway.
Athens still free.
Athens stands.
Not really Byzantium, but...
There's a question if there's any changes to the trade nodes. There's obviously changes where the maps were moved up. So Basra has changed a bit, but I don't think there's any huge changes going on.
No, it's still pretty much the same flow.
Yeah, there's no fundamental changes going on there. Somebody else is asking about ideas for Timmies, and since we can watch them
There's a lot of rebels.
get a load of rebels whilst also being at war, we can look at that as well.
Yes.
Also,
And you can't integrate them if they are not loyal.
yeah, and also when they ally each other, that boosts up their relative strength, and if they get support as well, I
Yes,
mean,
but who would want to support them?
well, passive players maybe?
Passive players, famous for supporting us.
Okay, questions about Timmy ideas. I can't remember if we posted these or not, but they get extra diplo relations, extra reduction of years of separatism, so it's only going to last for 25 years instead of 30. We've got prestige, we've got cavalry combat ability, shock damage, so these two synergize real well. Legitimacy goes up. Of course, they use legitimacy since they're no longer a horde. That tech cost, that's good. Trade power and corruption reduction.
Not bad.
There we go, saving best till last. They
Yes,
got the discipline as well.
Do you think we'll have anyone in this region try to form Persia? Or Mughals?
I mean, Mughals is like a declaration of war on India, if you form that.
Well, you've also got to actually do a declaration of war in India to form it.
I'm not sure if Punjab, having gone through all this difficulty, is willing to just give it up. Because I think they need to make their way down to Delhi
I
for
think
it.
they also have to get into Jaipur, if memory serves, unless
Yeah, because don't they need...
Central
nice
Doab.
Doab.
Yeah.
Quite possibly. But I don't think the Timmies are going to do that. I mean, it's a pretty good nation on its own. Timmies themselves are now a formable, so maybe someone will forward Timurids. That'd be a nice switcheroo if, like, I don't know,
But
Kara eliminates Timmies and becomes them and then splits
they're
out something
allies.
else.
the betting I've heard is that Timurids will end up being Persian. That's
Okay.
that's the rumours
I
going
wonder
around.
if all these revolts are part of that plan.
Yeah,
Probably
maybe
not,
He wants to
but
I
become
don't know.
Shia.
I don't know if
It looks like it. Maybe.
don't know if Katz is playing the long game here.
It's hard to tell. But, I mean, Cats played a single-player campaign last time. Be interesting to see what they do now that they're pretty much forced to deal with...
Well, check
Well,
to see if he picks
thanks.
colonial ideas first off. Heads off to the new world.
Oh, there's a thought. Does anybody have ideas yet? I imagine most people will be spending their everything on coring. Well, Jampur, they could.
They don't have a clue.
They haven't, not a clue. It's Daniel here. But he's not grown much at all, which is interesting. Claims here and there, but he's just not growing. All the while, Bahmanis get ever stronger. Vijayanagar don't really have to get much stronger. They're already pretty beastly. And Maldives just want their name on the map. Look at them go.
They're getting there.
I really hope that they just spring up wherever you least expect it.
Fun fact, actually, if you look at Timurid's government interactions,
Bengal is a Ming tributary.
you
apparently.
get money based on subjects, right?
Yeah.
And manpower. And colonies work with that. So
Oh.
we could actually see him going for the colonization game, which I think might be really powerful now.
Quite possibly.
But is he in a position to
He
commit to that?
He has immediately gone to drive down liberty, desire in his subjects. A clever move.
Yes.
Because if this gets to 100,
Then it's
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they do declare war even if you are at war when at 100.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there might be some opportunistic neighbors.
Yeah. But not Karakidlu.
Not care.
No.
No. Carrick.
They appear to have enough problems anyway.
But
Have the Ottomans won their war?
the
It
Ottomans
looks like it.
have indeed. They've won all their wars,
And
and
you know
Crimea
what?
took
Oh.
all this land as well.
Yes,
It's good news
Crimea
for
is
them.
looking glorious.
Yeah, I wonder if that was maybe too much of a distraction for the Team Ducat Renaissance. France is not a junior under England, and indeed actually took a whole bunch of land back, so they didn't invest very hard
And
in
Austria
that.
expanding to Bavaria.
Yeah, but he'll be drinking aggressive expansion straight from the tap for that 52.
Close.
Oh,
Coalition time?
yeah.
They like hammer time?
I wonder.
Less hammers, more coalitions.
I mean, especially early in the game, a lot of miners there. It's
Scary.
very scary.
It's like whack-a-mole.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, he's got a lot of allies. Some of them are particularly strong. He's going to be fishing for that Hungarian personal union. It's
Has he
Venice that needs to expand.
Has he joined a trade league as well?
No, he can't. He can't be joining trade leagues, but
No,
he
he's
did keep
transferring
giving his
trade
power.
power.
Yes,
So,
but always
let's have a look at that money, shall we? Is that a loan? Just what?
disappointed.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Diploma-
that's still good
Yeah.
trade power, trade money.
And he's probably feeding someone money with that 5.19 diplomatic expenses as well.
And it looks like he's trying to drill his troops up to be as good as he can. I mean, that's exactly how Fido plays.
Yeah.
You know, he wants a lean, mean, money-making machine
Yep.
with as strong units as he can. But I mean, Venice don't exactly have land army ideas here. So what's he going to do? I'll make money, obviously, but when it comes to these big wars, what's going to happen? All right, there's a question that we've been ignoring for too long. Somebody wants to know about the Islamic schools. I'm not going to go over the feature, I believe, but we will go over the Islamic schools that our players belong to. So we have the Ottomans over there. They're belonging to the Hanafi school, so they're going to drive down their admin tech costs. They can, of course, invite scholars from other schools if they want to gain those other bonuses. When we're over in Karakiyunlu, they're Shia, and they're part of the Ismaili school. And is it not saying what it does there? Maybe it would help if I was actually them. There we go. So they're going to get their legitimacy up from that. Who else do we have that's Muslim playing here? We've got the Mamluks over, who are Shafi,
Merchants.
extra merchant. Adal, they're also Shafi. But the Rasids, they don't play by that rule.
Shock damage.
Shock damage, they belonging to the Zaidi school.
And you can couple that up with, I think it's the green icon, green Shia icon, or is it the red one? That gets.
You
There we
mean
go. Yeah, there we go.
Jafari there.
Damage. Oh,
Yeah,
that's not a bad combo.
Not bad at all. Akiyunlu, in fact, all the Turks over here are following the Hanafi school. Who else are we missing? That's Afghanistan. Where's Timi capital? There we go.
Timurids have just become
Yeah.
Shia, you see. I
Yeah.
wonder what that means.
Well,
That
they
explains
now
all the rebels
change.
then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
they've
they
gone
change.
Shia. I wonder if it was for different schools
It
or
might be.
Shia
is it?
bonus or both.
Or role-playing purposes.
Because now that he changed to the Shia, it's easier to get shock damage and shock damage received.
Who else is there? Well, can't forget that Bahmanis, they're also Shia, as are Jampur, following the Hanafi school. God knows what's going on over here. I mean,
They have gone full Hindu.
yeah, they are Hindu, so what are they going to do with that? I mean, didn't we go to some effort to try and see that people would be of at least a similar religion, and they've just gone and thrown it out the window? So, I think that covers the play. Oh no, there's Uzbek. How could we forget? Can we even see the Uzbek capital? There we go. Also belonging to Hanafi there.
So it might not play as a big role in a multiplayer, but in a single-player game, you will have harder time allying if your school dislikes another school,
Yeah.
for example.
Conversely, if things go well between them, they'll get an easier time. But it's not going to matter too much to our players here because they are, by our multiplayer build, forced into alliance with each other. Till death do them part. Speaking of death, Karaman getting carved up, and I do really wonder why the Mamluks didn't go for it. I mean, the Mamluks have been busy going, oh no, I'm not going to make it. But
There was time.
there was plenty of time for them to move on Karaman, and the Ottomans were weak. Somebody's
How's it
just
going with
shouting the word
Maldives?
Maldives at me, probably for their school, and they are Shafi.
Perfect for if they want to go the trade route.
I mean, they're in a decent position to do that. I wonder if they've moved their... No, capital's still there. They want the gems. There weren't any gems around here for them, was there? Oh, tropical wood. It's not so good early game, but we have buffed the price increase for it, because I think it got a really low increase in the game, and it was meant to be something that's actually kind of good.
And I see that Karakaluna aiming for the sea.
Yeah, so they're taking on Mushasha. I mean, why wouldn't they? It's particularly good land.
Yeah.
He says, clicking on these swampy provinces. Oh man!
But there's estuary there, I think. In
yeah. There is. There we go. Estuary in Basra, and we do have some dry lands and flat lands, so it is pretty good. So, kudos to them. Our team Timmy is actually consolidating their lands.
They've got coastline now.
They are consolidating what they have, rightfully so, and then they can start looking outwards. Really, it's Bjorn B that they should be trying to help along, because if Team Rus here, or Team Johan, actually decides, okay, Uzbek's got to die,
they're going to get Johan.
They are going to get Johan, because realistically, that's a long way to go to help Uzbek, and you leave yourself wide open down here.
Nice
All it would
border, by the way, Team Timmy. So trying about.
Well,
is that ironic?
I think it's very. And that's from one of the Johans who's like, what is this?
Yeah, so a brand new Johan.
What is this?
Could we actually check if he is converting a culture of provinces? Because I believe he needs to culture change.
Yeah, but it's way too early for that. I mean, you don't even have the option until early game. Probably wouldn't even be using my dip points that liberally.
Yeah, and it's along the coast, so he should be able to do it fairly quick when he wants to.
There's a question saying what's the highest viewer count for Dev Clash so far, and it could well
7.
be now. Could well be now at loads of people. So hi, Mum.
I have no idea.
People are asking about Medina national ideas. Did Medina get something cool? I can't remember.
They have their own ideas.
They get the Hejaz ones because they share a lot of the stuff here. We showed off Rasid's national ideas. Did Aden get their own ones? They joined with the Yemeni ones. Doesn't Livonian Order start as Prussian? There we go. They do.
Oh.
They do. I forgot that.
Oh.
They don't start with Prussian lands though, which means if you annex Livonian Order before they've expanded, they're gone. Gone for good. Crusading is on its way out.
We need a certain percentage Prussian provinces.
Only if they want to convert to Prussian.
Yeah,
but they're already it, so
starting,
they're okay.
Well, no, I mean to form Prussia, do you need so many Prussian?
No, you
No.
only need it as primary culture.
Somebody is asking about Hassa's national ideas. So I don't think there were Al Hassa ideas before. They got cavalry, tolerance, goods produced. You just see that and you're like, yes, this is my nation to play.
Go conquer that gold.
Actually, one of
But not only that,
you can go.
gems, and poor Hassa just got declared. I saw you jump there. You heard the declaration of war sound. But no, that's good old Dawasir going for them. They obviously want the gems.
Yeah.
You see that they want the gems.
I must say I'm quite sad that they eliminated Luristan, one of my favorite nations.
You were playing as Luristan around here, and they have Luri ideas.
Yeah.
In fact, the Timurid princes have their ideas. It's gone now, but Fars was there, Luristan. Ajam's still there. We got those Ajami ideas. Should we give them a look?
Yeah.
So we got production efficiency and diplomats. No goods produced.
No goods produced.
Would not pick.
But I see that military idea below.
Fort defense, morale of armies there. Faster envoy travel time is pretty rare.
Favorite idea.
Yeah, it's the best. More manpower, fort defense. It's a solid.
I thought
solid
female
round.
advisors was the real favourite.
If I recall, they also have the government as Timurids have, that they get bonuses based on subjects.
Oh yeah, I mean this. So
and their ideas goes hand in hand with that.
Yeah, when you get the extra diplomatic reputation and the liberty, desire, and subjects, that makes for a nice bundling. So Khorasan have their own ones as well, as does Transoceania. But you know what? We're not going to look at those because they'll see it in a week on release. Gotta leave something for the future.
I thought there was something following up.
No, it's just being a horrible person.
Okay.
That's one of the privileges you get from being here. It's like you can decide how horrible you want to be.
It's like we're not gonna continue looking at this battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, we'll let the fans vote on how it ends.
Okay, Cementus is asking about lots of things that are added into the game, like decisions, national idea types, modifiers, I think we won't cover all of that today. We'll have plenty of time to talk about it in the run up to release. Mostly because it seems like most of our players are at war here going on. I wonder if it is all just carving up the countries around them. Unfortunately, it's not a good day for the Ayubids. They're getting conquered by Akuna, but they're trying their best. Their fort is holding against that. Karsten has decided that taking care of his immediate enemies is not his biggest threat. It is indeed the Arabian miners. They've got to die.
It looks like he's feeding his vassals.
Yeah.
Or his friends.
But it's not...
I shouldn't say vassals because they're actually allies.
Yeah. Everybody's score counts. So
first amongst equals, Karsten is.
But it looks like he's feeding Medina as well, which is his vassal. So both vassals and
it's going to
allied
Rasids.
vassals.
So I think Rasids should take Dawasir and Naj and basically just take this. Otherwise, Tim's just going to come knocking.
Or Dino will come down.
And do you know what's on Hormuz?
Well, Dino will come down and say, would you like to buy some provinces?
Yes. going.
Well, look at Hormuz. We can look at the trade goods there on the island.
Oh,
Oof.
yeah. Oh, more gems. Not only that, but it's a pretty good province.
Yeah.
Dry lands, central trade.
It's good
You would develop those.
Yeah, it's good to develop.
Yeah. And there's the thing, like, Oman only starts with these 3 provinces these days.
They're actually hard to play.
Yeah, they are
You're
pretty
locked
difficult.
in. You're a
But
different religion.
Yeah, I mean, you are a baddie, you're part of the Hanbali. Not a lot of friends there. And you got Yaz, but I don't think they're going to want to be your friend. So it's a tricky game playing Oman. Pretty tricky. But again, lots of nations split up here, so you do have some softer targets as well. I'm really hoping that the Rasids grow, and I'm actually hoping they don't form Yemen. Probably would, but I hope they don't. I just want to see a good, strong Rasids there. And Mamluks there. They're actually able to invite scholars if they want to. So if they want to drive down their tech cost and improve relations with Maliki nations, they could go for it. I like the way this looks now.
That's very nice.
Pretty awesome. What other wars do we have going on here? Oh, poor Cochin is getting ruined by Maldives. Well, they say they're at war. I'm not seeing much fighting going on. Oh, that's because they're letting Yafna, who is Vijayanagar's subject, do all the way. Oh, look at that general that the Maldives rolled. Isn't that just what you want to see in the early game?
That's so sad.
Oh. Fired. So that's like when you throw your spear at them. That's when you do fire damage in 15th century.
It is stronger now, though. Not with this patch, but I think it was changed a few patches ago.
I mean,
you do some fire damage.
Yeah, infantry do some fire damage, but I mean that's little comfort for people with lots of.
We've got a question
lots of
here.
horses.
Are there any more rules that you guys enforce to prevent players from selling loads of provinces like Aquitaine did last season? Well, no, but you wouldn't want to sell out your whole team, right?
Yeah.
Because there's only one team that wins this campaign. So if you sell out your friends, well, I'm not sure what you're playing for then.
Yeah.
Why are you even here?
You have to play and work together as a team. I suppose that's a house rule.
Yeah.
You got to play together.
Yeah.
You can't have Grugi suddenly selling out his team here.
Yeah, you also cannot get victory cards and a team member.
Yeah.
So that reduces one reason to sell provinces.
Yeah, and I don't think
You won't get the same victory card spawning as well. And all that's designed to try and avoid this sellout game, which our fans love so much.
Now I wonder who's actually going to end up getting down here. Conventional wisdom would be that Jampur and friends would try to get there, but with Punjab out of the game and Kangra, well...
And Bengal is actually a Chinese tributary.
Yes, so they're going to... I think they're having to get creative about ways to get there, but one way or another they're going to have to deal with China. Yeah. But on the other hand, if they take this, it's a lot of land. Especially when it's 3 perma alliances, that permanently allied countries. They get to carve it up between them.
It's gonna be interesting to see how if someone else gets to become a tributary to kill Bengal, for example. Should be able to integrate them soon.
They're going to want to improve relations with them, but he's got lazy diplomats here. Probably needs it for war.
One in reserve for those emergency wars.
Not only that, but peasant war is on its way, so Timurids is not out of the woods yet. You can't. I remember the old days where you could never have that happen just by being at war, but now he's manpower, and he's 13,000 short on them.
And he doesn't have too much army professionalism.
No, I doubt many people have built up any in the early game.
Hardly find them.
Well, hot damn, the Ottomans.
They start with 10, I think.
I think they start with 10, and they even get an event, if I recall well, to boost it up. I don't recall well, but that's what What is going on here? What in the blazes is going on here? They're at war with Savoy. What are you doing, Savoy? At war with Ferrara in the Milanese succession war.
Well, so Ferrara's thinking big here. You got to hand it to them here.
Okay.
You know, showing a bit of ambition.
Yeah. Gotta hand it to you. But hey, look at what they're doing here. They're giving them a hard run. So Savoy. That's just...
And that's hard to... What the...
oh no, Austria.
That's
We
bad.
need those crack
And that's attacking into hills as well.
over a river. What could
the
possibly go wrong
The
here?
enemy has better shock as well. It's no looking good. I think it's back to Ian for you. Oh,
This
That
is...
was
but
close.
why have they gone to defend?
Well, Ferrara, I think, is claiming the throne of Milan in a succession war.
No.
Well, Ferrara has
No, Milan
Milan.
is...
Yeah, they are attacking Savoy in the Milanese succession. I'm only getting more confused with what I see
I think
here.
it is Milan that is trying to get succession of Ferrara, right?
No.
No?
If I get...
Yeah, attacker against Ferrara.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think Savoy is wanting to get the personal union with Milan.
Let's have a look at this from Savoy's point of view. Because, I mean, Savoy is the war leader here.
Yeah. And so is Ferrara.
But it's no... Milanese...
Savoy is getting it over Milan, and Ferrara is fighting Savoy for it.
Yes.
Sure. But Milan went republic, so they're not going to be under it anyway. So I think the war started here, and they went, you know what, forget this. I'm more of a Republican kind of guy.
What's happening?
They went Ambrosian Republic. So they're all fighting over nothing. Sounds like Italy summed up pretty well.
This
Oh,
is the
man.
thing, beauty.
But I'm just wondering how they managed to get this. Like, that's a fort over here, and Savoy got it.
But
I think it must have gone by
is,
boat.
Yeah, this is my favorite part of the
Against
MP.
Venice.
Because I'm sure this team has planned so much what they're going to do in Italy,
Yeah.
and then just random
It's just
stuff happens.
ruined. Well, I mean...
Yeah, Eleonora was telling me she was given this checklist
Yeah.
of things to do
Was
well
this
in
part of the
Italy.
checklist?
This was volume 2 of
Yes,
part
fight
20.
Milanese
you know.
succession war for control over Republic. I believe was number 7.
Oh, me oh my. Now I wonder if Savoy's going to be able to force that. So what could they do? Oh, but they could get them as a vassal.
Well, that would be
Ferrara.
unfortunate.
Oh well, that would make Ferrara subject. I'm not sure Ferrara would like that very much.
Can Ferrara though get Milan in personal union though?
They are the.
No.
Oh well,
peace reigns.
What happened?
we may never know.
I suspect there was a dose of stream sniping
Ah.
when all of a sudden the Renaissance Ducat Party went, what were we fighting for? Just a theory.
Okay, but there we go. This is part of the reason why Venice isn't drowning in money. They're actually sending money over to Big Brother Austria. And the Grug is desperately trying to find a way around here. He's at war with the Utsang. Oh man, Chang Tang. I think like 5 people live here. But it's going to be Grugi's 5 people.
Yeah. Some would say 4.
Does it produce gems?
No. There is an event which could, if I'm not mistaken, potentially bring gems here.
To that province?
I think it's possible. We'd have to cross that with Trintragula, but I think it would be possible. Now that would be something incredible.
I think Trin's probably going to say, no, I don't want to conquer it, man. No point.
There is really no point.
But the Maldives is looking that little bit bigger.
I am liking this a lot. So there we go, Maldives. It's faint, but their name is on the map here.
They say, but Yutsang is a tributary, so...
Oh, no, well...
No.
They have...
Of Googie.
Misleading?
Yeah. They have
fast-
Guj as their own tributary. They're not bending the knee to anyone.
Did Kanga start the war? Who did they attack?
Yeah, so Kangara, what are you up to? You are defender against Utsang.
Oh.
What is Utsang doing here?
Utsang, you animal.
Wait,
They've got ambition.
Jaunpur is...
Jaunpur?
Jampur is saying, nah.
Well...
Nah.
That's
Okay,
better. But
maybe Kangra got a subject here to draw them into a
And
war here?
Daniel is helping his allies like he usually is, sitting with a condottiere in his own homeland.
Yeah.
Oh, now he moves.
It's hard to tell. Hard to tell,
String
really.
sniping.
He was at war with Nepal. I made Nepal a vassal. Okay, there we go. So that got him into a war with Utsang. So he's going to get a big name. Maybe even bigger than Ooh.
No, the Uzbeks have bigger problems.
Uzbek. He's inviting up some help from Timurids, who thought, nah, you fight them, I'll de-siege this province.
I already wiped out their army. Well, you didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
Yeah.
New art for provinces in the Muslim countries as well. Not sure if that fits so well up here in the steppe.
And I remember Katz taking care of all of my rebels when I was Gujarat. He loves helping.
Oh
the
yeah,
rebels.
oh yeah, I really liked him doing that. It's like, yes, we got those rebels.
Have you go over that yet?
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. I mean, I still get a bit wincy when I just see Vijayanagar on the map, but I'm like, that's got to go.
And Bahman is
So-
your friend.
Yeah, what do you think of your Jaunpur's chances? Do you think Daniel will play them as good as you would?
I mean, that's impossible, but I still think he's in with a reasonable chance. The thing is, it's such a clash of direction here.
Yes.
So, I mean, you have Daniel who he wants to win. He wants to beat up everyone, be the big hero and win.
Actually, looking at it here, Bamanas and Vijayanagar. What if they attack Daniel right now?
Daniel
His strongest ally, Delhi, is not here.
Oh, he's got the Groog, though.
He's got the Grug,
Yes.
He got the mountain.
And Groog has a vassal now.
and he's got Gujarat as an ally,
But Gujarat are not as strong earlier.
and Sindh.
Okay, and Sindh.
But
still,
Bamanis
and
has
Vijay.
Bengal.
And they probably want some land. Are Bengal
Bengal.
rivaled? They're rival to Jaunpur.
Definitely wants some land.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, if Bahmanis decided to pull the trigger,
If you were Bamanis here, would you do it?
I would do it without even thinking.
Yeah. He needs a claim, though, it looks. He's not bordering it yet.
However, his subjects don't have claims either. And he hasn't marked this land as
Yeah,
vital
he
interest.
should mark an attack for
But I
his-
mean, there's always a casus belli. There's never not a casus
yeah.
belli.
And even if there is no casus belli, that's the best casus belli.
Yeah. Remove Gwalior from the map. Of course, they could do it by fighting Gujarat. And then they'd be fighting Jaunpur and Sindh. And then, they could make their peace with Gujarat that says, by the way, I'm taking all of Jaunpur's land.
Yeah,
That's what I would do.
that's what.
And then Grugi would be busy, like, what the hell is he even doing with his nation?
But if I know you
What
right
are
from
you doing?
He's still playing as Kangra, I'll give him that. But
Oh.
Garwal just broke free, maybe?
Did he release Garwal? Will Groog tell me?
is it his vassal?
He doesn't have it as a vassal.
What did Garwal...
Okay, occupied by separatists.
Became a core?
So
Yeah.
rebels broke free.
I do not know, Kangra. What?
Maybe
is
we
going
can
on?
get some
But
information
they don't have
from.
they don't have
Greek
cores
himself.
on it, so I'm even more confused. And Kangra, they're hemorrhaging money.
Okay, so some are saying Grugi into Nepal.
Oh.
But then why would he annex them, or why would he subjugate them if he can't become them?
That's a good
Because
point.
he's not playing as them, he's still doing the... Maybe this is all like super meta where he wants us to draw attention to him, whereas somewhere over here, something even more bizarre is happening.
Well, there's this huge player war going on.
Yeah,
keep
well, we will leave Grugi to his own mysterious devices, whilst
there we have
watch.
Team Russ has actually now hit the border with Team Turk.
And Odiev has got to be the buffer here. What? No, look somewhere else. Well, look at this. Odiev is being told you are the frontier here, and Crimea is having none of that. They're beating up my favourite nation, the Great Horde.
Not so great anymore.
They're making...
Watch it, or this will be your only time here.
Not in this game. Otherwise, they're great.
There we go. All is forgiven.
Making hordes great again.
I mean, they're so great, they turned into 2 great hordes. You know, how awesome's that? Although I think they're about to become 1 and then none.
Then there were none.
Yeah,
Their
but okay.
spirit will live on.
But this is clever though. Crimea, he clearly sees what the North is doing and saying, that's it, I'm taking this over.
And also, more importantly, picking up a bit of strategic depth to allow him to trade a few provinces if he gets to allow his allies to get up as well.
It's also that fort in Astrakhan, and this is all wonderful flatlands, the steppes, where their horses will do massive damage, especially early game.
It looks like everyone is trying to maneuver around Litauen as well.
Yeah, well, no one wants to pick a big AI fight early on, because you just end up burning resources that you should be using, strengthening yourself as quickly as possible. I got a hand to Uzbek, who fought Nogai and Kazan early on, but you would do it for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it for the money.
11 development. Or 11...
You could have some sort of war going on. Hope it's no one important.
Well, I don't rate Chagatai that highly, but
And
Chagatai does subjugate Yarkand.
And Nogai as well.
So it could be he wants to take over the steppes and get himself a lot of strategic depth. I think he'll get some strategic debt as well. No? No, wow. I mean, who is actually in debt around here? Is it just Venice? Just Venice? Well,
Fido.
not what I would expect from Fido, but expect the unexpected around here, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, people just being at war with the Great Horde.
Oh,
well,
there's a greater. Crimea is great.
but Great Horde's separatists. Come on, you beauty.
That's larger army than they have. Oh, they're even deleting their own army. They're like, we can have this army instead.
They'll get that army as well.
They're preparing.
I genuinely think that he's just going to want those separatists just to march into here. That sounds like something that Muscovy would do. All the while, though, Denmark, who, remember, was fighting Team Rus earlier, or Team Johan, they're not done with fighting them. Instead, they're taking on Novgorod, so that Team Johan is going to have to fight these guys again, and they're allied with the might of Munster.
No, wait, they're not as well.
Well, what's this? Oh, it's Poland.
Why are they up there? And they're allied to...
Novgorod. Oh, Novgorod almost never gets allies. And who do they end up allying? Like the remains of the Teutonic Order. This is kind of tragic.
Yeah, I mean, Teutonic Order has been a better ally before, but...
Yes. I mean, Teutonic Order was kicking Lithuania's teeth in earlier, but Livonian Order decided to end that one.
Basically, there's only one order allowed up in the Baltic.
So a question from Darth Laser is asking what Team Keeping It Real is doing while the rest of the world is burning.
That's a good question. We'll get back to you.
I think they're keeping it real. I mean, they're really just not... Rasids have managed to strengthen something here, but I was expecting more expansion into Arabia.
Have they got vassals?
Yeah, they got Naj, the super conversion vassal. Well, yeah, he's a bit divided there, but he'll get on it. And then there's Adal, who's just encircling the gold.
Yeah.
They know where the gold is and they want it.
Yeah, that should be their next target.
There we go. Maybe they're just waiting for them to develop it a bit. Who knows? We're keeping it realist. So yeah, worth reminding ourselves that we have our laser, so third time the charm. Letter Z, who
Valfad.
only cares about spreading the Valfad.
And also never says die.
And then Karsten, who's spent so long trying to convince me that he's already dead. You know, the game doesn't even have to start. He knows his team is dead, so...
He's not doing a very good job at it.
No, I mean, look at all this.
I mean, why not just sell all these provinces to Dino to the complete turnaround of our average game?
And then Dino can sell it to someone else.
Yeah, you know.
Perhaps, can Punjab, as an AI, ally Timmy or break their alliance? You'd have to ask Grugi, actually, who made this code last night.
Yeah, I would say no, because I remember him saying something that even if you disconnect or you're away for a week, the AI will remember that it was a player nation and it will still be locked on the same rules.
Punjab is still in the team, so they're going to be locked for making
is that
player alliances.
Jaipur trying to get back some of Grugi's dignity there?
Well, that's... He might have to reach deep for that, but he's trying. Taking care of Garwal. Okay, so he's actually fighting
now the
Garwal.
Jaipur are occupying them.
So probably just going to take it and give it back to Kangra. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Would it help if you were a doctor here?
Probably. I mean, someone would have to fix this.
Or they just attack Delhi.
Why is Punjab AI now? So his internet was less than optimal. I think it was playing from America.
He had freedom internet,
He had freedom in it.
which isn't very good.
No.
No, it was really
There's
quite
better
bad.
internet available.
Yes.
Other internets are available.
Do explore alternatives.
But
they
we
are
got to
available.
show off hot joining.
Yeah,
live.
that was it. You know,
It was planned from the very beginning.
I'm not saying this was all planned to display our
No.
new hot join working.
But we would just
but
like
it
to
worked.
thank
It worked.
Ingros for taking one for the team there.
Yes. Wait, put D-Note as France so he can ally the Ottomans once again and become Bratton's vassal. Or we can wait till he gives up Karakinu by mutually beneficial transactions, as he calls them.
I tell you, Dino's got this reputation, and I don't know where he got it from. Perhaps someone could explain it to me.
Never kill Byzantium on stream.
Yes, that's one. Rule 1. Rule 2.
Or Byzantium rebels.
Obey all the other rules.